भगवते वासुदेवाय। भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी। ॐ अज्ञानातिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुक्तपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथं वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णहृदयाय भूतले प्रभुपादचित्तेय श्री गिरिराजाय स्वामिने सुभक्तनररासबिहारिभ्यं भक्तिभ्यश्चात्मदायिने। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णहृदयाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदिनतारिणं। Hare Krishna. Just get this straight. This is not properly straight. All right, so we are studying Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 31, Text 22. So together, Shriham Manucharatim Tat Arthinascha Dvipat Patin Vibudhamscha Yatsapurnaha न भजति निजवृत्या वर्गतन्त्रः कथम् अमुम् उद्विश्रेजत् Kurmam Kritagya. Although the Supreme Person Godhead is self-sufficient, he becomes dependent on his devotees. He doesn't care for the goddess of fortune, nor for the kings and demigods who are after the favors of the goddess of fortune. Where that person who's always grateful? Where is that person who's actually grateful and will not worship the personality of Godhead? So this is the instructions of Narada to the Prachetas. So we remember the whole instruction of nectar devotion is there in these chapters, in these verses. So the last verse was about be careful, do not offend the devotees. The devotees are not dependent on material education, wealth, aristocracy, and fruitive activity. So these people, they are very proud of their material things. And they often deride the devotees. They make fun of the devotees. They say, we are better than you. We are more qualified than you. We have better education than you. Right? So it's amazing how Narad Muni knows exactly what people do. They deride the devotees for their lack of education, material education. Their wealth, they have, because usually if they are wealthy, then they have like a position, they have power over others. Aristocracy, king on a king, queen, etc. So then in this verse now, Narad Muni is saying, although, okay, let's read the purport now. Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, is worshipped by all materialistic men, including big kings and demigods in heaven. Alright? Lakshmi, however, is always after the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even though he does not require her service. Is it true he doesn't require her service? He doesn't require her service, but at the same time, it's like he cannot live without her, right?
She is consort, right?
Brahma Samhita said that the Lord is worshipped by hundreds and thousands of goddesses of fortune. But the Lord doesn't require service from any of them, because if he so desires, he can produce millions of goddesses of fortune through his spiritual energy, the pleasure potency. This very personality of Godhead, out of his causeless mercy, becomes dependent on the devotees. Alright? Just showing like the position of the devotees. Maybe it's in Brihad Bhagavatamrita that I read. Like how actually Krishna, he's watching all of us. And he's more attached to the devotees in the material universe than to his own devotees in Golok, Vrindavan, in Vaikuntha. Because he's seeing how we are struggling, how we want to come back to him. So he's more inclined toward the devotees on earth. Alright, or we are not all fortunate. Krishna is looking towards us. He is looking for where he can give mercy. Where is that little qualification that we have, that he can overlook everything else that we are lacking. Like your teacher, how you give marks, right? Yeah, yes. You want the child to pass, right? So somehow or other, you will look where you can give some marks, right? So Krishna is like that. So, yeah, this very personality of Godhead, meaning who after whom, everybody is running after him, even the goddess of fortune, right? But who is he dependent on? His devotees. How fortunate then is a devotee who is thus favored by the personality of Godhead. What ungrateful devotee will not worship the Lord and enter into his devotional service? Actually, a devotee cannot forget his obligation to the Supreme Person Godhead even for a single moment. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur said that both the Supreme Lord and his devotee are rasagya, full of transcendental humor. The mutual attachment between the Supreme Lord and his devotee is never to be considered material. It always exists as a transcendental fact. There are 8 types of transcendental ecstasy, known as bhav, anubhav, sthayi bhav, and so on. And these are discussed in the Nectar of Devotion. Those who are unaware of the position of the living entity and the Supreme Person Krishna think that the mutual attachment between the Lord and his devotees is a creation of the material energy. Factually, such attachment is natural both for the Supreme Lord and for the devotee, and it cannot be accepted as material. So we read earlier about this akinchana. Vidadhati papam akinchaneshu satsu. And what did we read? Prabhupada said in the purport. A pure devotee is one who feels he doesn't possess anything material. A devotee is always happy in possessing the devotional service of the Lord. Devotees may sometimes appear materially poor, but because they are spiritually advanced and enriched, they are most dear to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such devotees are free from attachment to family, society, friendship, children, and so on. They abandon affection for all these material possessions and are always happy in possessing the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. The Supreme Person of Godhead understands the position of his devotees, his devotee. So, we may wonder that Krishna demands so much from us. What does he demand? No family, no society, no friendship, no children, right? It's a lot. You have to give, right? Then you can get Krishna, right? He's demanding a lot. No? What?
That much also we can't do. No, Mataji is saying that besides that, he is desiring complete, no other relation, no society, no friend, no family, no blah blah blah. Only wo or hum. So is that too much? This is what Mataji's question is.
Yes, so the truth is that actually Krishna gives us back everything. Whatever we think we are giving up, Krishna gives us back everything. The family, the society, the friendship, the children, he gave us everything back. But how? Purified. What gain is there for Krishna to take away the families, the society, the friendship, the children, your wealth, everything else? What gain is there for him? Right? He's self-sufficient. We are already reading here. He's self-sufficient. So why is it that we say, give up all these things? This is good to think, right? Why?
Because those leads to sense gratification. Those things takes your focus away from his lotus feet into, then those things become the priority. Then Krishna doesn't remain a priority. The act is to have a balance between the two, and that's the most difficult balance on the planet.
Yeah. Yes.
Too much of attachment. You get into, firstly, the minute you are in a family and society and whatever society and etc., it's nothing but attachment. How much you want to come out of it. Yet something happens, you are again going there. So they say detachment there and attachment to Krishna. In a day I try to see how much I can remember Krishna, but the first thing I do is I forget Krishna only. So it's not that easy, because every time I just observe my own behavior, Mataji, and I realize it's so easy to forget him. However much you're trying, honestly, this is my realization.
Yeah. Yeah, because these family, society, friendship, children, etc., they're very demanding. They ask everything from you, right? And they don't let you be with Krishna. But when these same family, society, friendship, children, etc., they become purified, right? Krishna gives you, like the Pandavas, right? Krishna didn't take away the Pandavas, their family, right? 5 brothers, mother, daughter-in-law, grandchildren, right? He didn't take away. So only when something is not favorable for us, when something is not favorable for us, then Krishna, he say, give up.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it not coming to the level of neophyte devotee when a devotee thinks I am Krishna only? Is it like it's an extreme thing? Like when the sunset and sun rises, they are the same. So here, the neophyte devotee wants only Krishna. He does not look at the. Is it something?
No, the neophyte, he thinks he's the best, right? And he thinks that everybody else doesn't exist. He doesn't respect them. Here we are speaking about the problem that could be caused because they drag you back. You know why? Why do you have to give so much? Because spiritual life is very demanding, right? As it is in 4 ashrama, only 1 ashram is family life. 3 is about investing in your knowledge, right? Acting only for him. Brahmachari life means mind and sense control, no mixing with the opposite sex. Study the scripture so that you know what you are, who you are, what is this material world, why you have come in this world, and what is your goal of life, right? Then, because of course the Jivatma has come here to enjoy, so therefore 1 stage is given. Okay, enjoy yourself in Grihastha life, make money, etc., etc. Enjoy sense gratification, dress very nicely, right? All this. Eat nicely. Invite all your friends, have fun. But then you say, but please don't forget that Krishna has made a cycle like this. You take birth, you grow, you dwindle, alright? You dwindle and then you have to die. He's made such a cycle for this Jeev, right? So then start ringing the bell, right? Time is up, okay. 50 now, Vanapras must come. Yes, so what is Vanapras? Now practice austerity, meaning we're so accustomed to having luxurious life, always whatever people do. So now back to tapasya. Practice giving up all this. And then if a man is sufficiently advanced, then he gives up the family life completely. Right? So he takes sannyas. So out of 4 stages in life, only 1 is for sense gratification. Right? I think we read, I don't know where, like Prabhupada saying that if a man has a wife who's helping him in his Krishna consciousness, spreading Krishna consciousness, this is as good as sannyas. Meaning that why should Krishna take this away? Right? So this is the point that I'm making here. So what ungrateful devotee will not worship the Lord and enter into his devotional service? Actually, a devotee cannot forget his obligation to the Supreme Person Godhead even for a single moment. Those who are unaware of the position of the living entity and the Supreme Person Krishna think that the mutual attachment between the Lord and his devotees is a creation of material energy. So we are becoming attached to Krishna, all right? And Krishna will not take away anything from us if that is becoming favorable for us, right? If it is favorable for us. You can get a chair from that side, that loudly. There's a chair from that side of the room. Huh? All of us, we need chairs these days. Yeah, so it's mutual attachment between the Lord and His devotees. Are we happy about that?
Yes.
Right. You know, like, anyway, this is just my thought about it, that we don't exist in void, right? Nobody exists in, we are completing now this chapter, this canto. We have seen how Prithu Maharaj, right, his wife went with him to Vaikuntha. Dhruva Maharaj, his mother went with him, and when all that happened, then King Uttanapad, he was completely distraught by what happened, meaning he also followed, right? Like Prabhupada told us, in the spiritual world there's another ISKCON, meaning Satsanga, right? So whoever is ready to follow, one by one, you'll meet everybody. So it's a question of time, and see, when you have been like this, now maybe in 7th canto, Nrsimhadev is promising 7 generations before and after. They get the, and I think Prabhupada said, this is as far as you can count, 7 generations, right, up and down. So because there is one devotee in the family, then everybody say yes. Like I see in India, my grandfather, my grandmother was devotee, so the seed gets planted. They recognize. So this is what's going on here. Okay. So my point is that it's not that Krishna is selfish, all right? He's just grabbing from you everything for me, the supreme autocrat, the supreme enjoyer, and nothing for you. Remember that everybody lives in group, in clans. The spiritual world consists of clans. clans. Group. Yeah, the spiritual, Vishaka's group, Lalita Sakhi's group. Right?
So many branches.
Here. So don't worry that you will lose anything, right? It's just a question of time. You have to let people mature, right? So yes, I think we've spoken about this again and again, that Prabhupada says, this, you take birth, you grow, you maintain, and then you die. This is a cycle, all right? So one cycle is over, then another cycle is starting, all right? Because if you don't die, what will happen? If you don't discard that one body, you take another body, what will happen? Tell me. Anybody can tell me?
आगे प्रोग्रेस करने का चांस नहीं है।
How?
क्योंकि हम उसी में रहेंगे, हमारी भक्ति आगे भी हम उसी शरीर में हम वही कार्य करते रहेंगे। आगे तो हम सोच नहीं पाएंगे। अगर खत्म होता है तो फिर हमारे कर्म के हिसाब से आगे हम वापस आगे
Okay, yeah.
स्टेप आगे ले सकते हैं।
Yes. Something more? Why this cycle? I mean, it's very painful, right?
कर्म बंधन से हमें जो कर्म बाकी है, संचित प्रारब्ध अपरारब्ध जो है, उसको खत्म करना है। तो फिर अगर भक्ति में रहेंगे तो वो खत्म होते होते एक बार हम ऐसे स्टेज पे आ जाएंगे कि फिर कर्म के बंधन से हम छूट जाएंगे।
Yes.
फिर भगवत धाम जा सकेंगे। तो इसी जन्म मनुष्य जन्म के थ्रू ही हम ये सब बंधन को काट सकते हैं।
Yes, yeah.
But the Kanbandhan has to stop somewhere. If it stops, then we can go. Otherwise, the cycle will keep on, vicious cycle.
Yes. Yeah, and also because if we don't die, then all the ahankar that we have developed in this life, it will continue. Right? Isn't it?
Actually, old age is actually a punishment for all the ahankar to die down, because in the young age we develop it because we have hot blood, so much arrogance. Oh, look at me, I look good, I am this, I am that. But as we are maturing over there, it is a natural cycle that is actually beating us to calm down and for that Krishna doesn't, he's made it in such a way.
Yeah.
किसी को थप्पड़ मारने की जरूरत नहीं है. We are actually that way.
Yes.
थप्पड़ अपने आप पड़ती रहती है.
Yeah. So, meaning these are all lessons. So, there is only a very short time that we are allowed to enjoy. It's between 16 and maybe 30, 35. Right?
All the sins are accumulated in
That time only. I think from 18 onwards till around 35.
I think make it 45.
And nowadays it is 45. Yes.
Oh, you don't take it away.
Yeah. So, 45. I go by you. I agree also.
Till 50, the bones and all are okay now. Everything is creaking. This is happening, that is happening. Memory short.
And now again that retirement age has also, 10 साल इधर उधर हो गया है. So 45 fine. That's the cutoff. है वही 60 वही 50s. I mean that's what I'm saying. So that 35 has also gone to 45.
Yeah. Anyway, like I'm saying that between this age, 16 to 35, is considered like youth. Alright? It doesn't matter what other things may happen, but the truth is that by the time you come 35, you start losing your beauty. Right? So handsome, so beautiful, right? Nature is acting up on us, right? And we start become little, now like middle age is starting, right? With a little, so many things. So it's very short. If we have a lifespan of 70 years, right? Or 80 years. But we are so crazy. As you said, this is the time when the most sin we do. So therefore, this cycle of that we go through is meant to reduce, the ahankar. And then given another chance. We are supposed to become mature by the time we come to 50. Soul. Alright? Anyway, let's complete this. So this is what we are talking about, why we have to go through all this, why Krishna takes away this. So it's not that he doesn't need your family, he doesn't need your wealth, no, it's just that we'll keep it for you in stock. Like Prabhupada said, Krishna tested him when he had nothing, and Krishna tested him when he had everything. Alright? Krishna also tested.
दे के भी देखते हैं और लेके भी देखते हैं. It's a big saying always. My mother used to say, he's giving you and then he's watching how you behave. Then he'll take it from you and then also he'll watch how you behave. So that's a Bengali verb which Prabhupada used it here.
Once I heard somebody tell me money never stays. Lakshmi, if he was in the Vishnu Sarvesh, to see Lakshmi stays. Is it right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Alright, let's finish. Pataphat. Together. Maitreya uvacha iti prachetaso rajan anyascha bhagavad katha shravayitva brahmalakam yayo swayam bhuvo munihi. The great sage Maitreya continued, my dear King Vidur, Shri Narad Muni, the son of Lord Brahma, thus described all these relationships with the Supreme Personal Godhead to the Prachetas. Afterward, he returned to Brahmalok. Purport: one has to hear about the Supreme Person Godhead from a pure devotee. The Prachetas got this opportunity from the great sage Narada, who told them of the activities of the Supreme Person Godhead and his devotees. Text 24. Tepi tanmukha niryatam yasholokamalapaham hare nishamyattapadam dhyayatastat gatim yayu. All right, Deva, you read.
Hare Krishna. Translation. Hearing from Narada's mouth the glories of the Lord, which vanquish all the ill fortune of the world, the Prachetas also became attached to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Meditating on his lotus feet, they advanced to the ultimate destination. Purport. Here it is seen that by hearing the glories of the Lord from a realized devotee, the Prachetas easily attained strong attachment for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then, meditating on the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, at the end of their lives, they advanced to the ultimate goal, Vishnu Loka. It is sure and certain that anyone who always hears the glories of the Lord and think of his lotus feet will reach that supreme destination. As Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 18.65, Man mana bhavo mat bhakto mat yaji mam namaskuru mam evayasi satyam te pratik jano priyosi me. Always think of me and become my devotee. Worship me and offer your homage unto me. Thus, you will come to me without fail. I promise you this because you are my very dear friend. Tatte yanmam tvam parikrishtavan
Prachetasam Naradasya Samvadam Harikirtanam. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. My dear Vidura, I have told you everything you wanted to know about the conversation between Narada and Prachetas. The conversation describing the glories of the Lord, I have related this as far as possible. Purport. Srimad Bhagavatam describes the glories of the Lord and his devotees because the whole subject matter is a glorification of the Lord. Naturally, the glorification of devotees automatically follows.
वर्णितः वंशप्रियव्रतस्यापि निबोधनुपसत्तमम्. Sukdev Goswami continued, O best of kings, King Parikshit, I have now finished telling about the descendants of the first son of Swayambhu Manu, Uttanpad. I shall now try to relate the activities of the descendants of Priyavrata, the second son of Swayambhu Manu. Please hear them attentively. Purport. Dhruv Maharaj was the son of King Uttanpad, and as far as the descendants of Dhruv Maharaj or King Uttanpad are concerned, their activities have been described up to the point of the Prachetas. Now Sri Sukdev Goswami desires to describe the descendants of Maharaj Priyavrat, the second son of Swayambhu Manu. Hare Krishna.
Translation. Although Maharaj Priyavrata received instruction from the great sage Narad, he still engaged in ruling the earth. After fully enjoying material possessions, he divided his property among his sons. He then attained a position by which he could return home back to Godhead.
Hare Krishna. Translation. My dear King, in this way, after hearing the transcendental messages of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his devotees from the great sage Maitreya, Vidura was overwhelmed with ecstasy. With tears in his eyes, he immediately fell down at the lotus feet of his Guru, his spiritual master. He then fixed the Supreme Personality of Godhead within the core of his heart. Purport. This is a sign of associating with great devotees. A devotee takes instructions from a liberated soul and is thus overwhelmed by ecstasy from transcendental pleasure. As stated by Prahlad Maharaj, Naisam matis tavad urukramagrahim sprisati anartha pagamo yad artha mahiyasam padarajobisekam Niskinchananam na vrinita yavat. Bhagavatam 7.5.32. One cannot become a perfect devotee of the Lord without having touched the lotus feet of a great devotee. One who has nothing to do with this material world is called Niskinchana. The process of self-realization and the path home back to Godhead means surrendering to the bona fide spiritual master and taking the dust of his lotus feet on one's head. Thus one advances on the path of transcendental realization. Vidura had this relationship with Maitreya and he attained the results.
Viduravacha soyamatya mahayogin bhavata karuna atmana darshitastamaso paro yatra kinchana gohari. Sri Vidura said, O great mystic, O greatest of all devotees, by your causeless mercy, I have been shown the path of liberation from this world of darkness. By following this path, a person liberated from the material world can return home back to Godhead. This material world is called Tamaha, dark, and the spiritual world is called light. The Vedas enjoin that everyone should try to get out of the darkness and go to the kingdom of light. Information of that kingdom of light can be attained through the mercy of a self-realized soul. One also has to get rid of all material desires. As soon as one frees himself from material desires and associates with a liberated person, the path back home, back to Godhead is clear.
Sukadeva Goswami continued. Vidura thus offered obeisances unto the great sage Maitreya and, taking his permission, started for the city of Hastinapura to see his own kinsman, although he had no material desire. When a saintly person wants to see his kinsman, he has no material desire to see him. He simply wants to give them some instruction so that they can benefit. Vidura belonged to the royal family of the Kauravas, and although he knew that all the family members were destroyed at the battle of Kurukshetra, he nonetheless wanted to see his elder brother Dhritarashtra to see if he could deliver Dhritarashtra from the clutches of Maya. When a great saintly person like Vidura sees his relatives, he desires only to deliver them from the clutches of Maya. Vidura thus offered his respectful obeisances to his spiritual master and departed for the city of Hastinapura, the kingdom of Kauravas.
Ayudanam yasha swasti gatim aishvaryam apnuyat. O King, those who hear these topics about kings who are completely surrendered to the Supreme Person Godhead obtain without difficulty a long life, wealth, good reputation, good fortune, and ultimately the opportunity to return home back to Godhead. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the 4th canto, 31st chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Narada Instructs the Prachetas.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
2020.
3 years.
2020.
3 years we took to complete this, huh? And so
I think March of
interesting.
2020.
So interesting, huh? Anyway, I'm just looking at this text 30, huh? That's what we were talking about, the family members. Huh? So Shukdev Goswami continued, Vidura thus offered obeisances unto the great sage Maitreya. Right? And taking his permission, started for the city of Hastinapur to see his own kinsmen, although he had no material desires. Alright, so remember how he was pushed out from the palace for politics. Duryodhan pushed him out. He became so disgusted that he just left. Now, it's not that he didn't have affection for this one and that one, but he thought he's wasting his time, right? So he left. Then what did he do when he left? Vidura? Yeah, he went on pilgrimage, right? Yeah, he went on pilgrimage. That from which canto? Third canto, right? From 3rd canto. He went on pilgrimage. And then what happened?
Maitreya.
Yeah, he met who? Uddhav, alright? He met Uddhav, alright? And what's the relationship between Vidur and Uddhav?
Cousins.
Yeah. They are uncle, is it? Uncle and nephew, right?
Uncle and nephew. Uddhav is Krishna's cousin.
Yes. So they are uncle and nephew. All right. So Uddhav didn't feel to instruct his uncle. Yeah. So what did he do?
Put him to Maitreya.
Yes. And who's Maitreya?
He was present when Krishna was leaving the body. Krishna was speaking to Uddhava.
Yeah.
And Maitreya Muni was just sitting over there.
Yes.
Krishna didn't pay attention to him. And
Yeah. Krishna indirectly instructed Maitreya. Why indirectly?
it's like the mother-in-law will not speak directly to the daughter, speak to the daughter, same way.
So why? What is it about Maitreya Rishi that Krishna didn't speak to him directly?
Krishna was very close to Uddhava and not to
Because Maitreya was impersonalist.
Really?
Alright? Impersonalist. And so therefore, Krishna instructed Uddhav. And Maitreya Rishi happened to hear it. Right?
Rather overheard it.
Overhear it, yes. And then Maitreya Rishi became a devotee.
Purified.
Alright, he became devotee. So then Uddhav said, Vidura, that you listen to Maitreya Rishi. So in other words, Vidura, Mahatma Vidura, he accepted as Guru, right? Maitreya Rishi. So after he has heard from his Guru, because all this section that we're hearing one after the other, Daksha, Prithu Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, Uttanapad, everybody, right? The Prachetas, everybody. This is from Guru. This is Bhagavad Katha that's going on. Alright? So after Mahatma Vidur has heard so much, what did he do? We just read. He went back to his kinsmen. You understand? Because we were just speaking before, right? Krishna has no enmity with anybody's kinsmen, right? This is what we are talking about here. So he went back to his kinsmen. So there was some problem in that household, right? But so many things has already happened, right? And Mahatma Vidur already received that news. Everybody's gone, right? So he went back to his kinsmen, a different person. And remember, Vidura was a Kshatriya, right? Father Kshatriya and mother maid servant, all right? But at the end of the day, he is a Kshatriya, all right? Remember how he placed his bow and arrow at the door and he left? And he had his own palace, he had everything, right? So now he went back to get who? To get Dhritarashtra. What are you doing there? What are you doing there?
Then after losing so many sons and all that, Dhritarashtra was not ready to retire.
They lost his self-respect. Bhima treated him so badly. He used to insult him all the time. He didn't want to give up that.
Yeah.
The Prachetas, before they started the question, Shiva came to.
Yeah.
And after they finished, then Narad made it.
Yes.
So much, they are fortunate.
Yes.
Like the mercy of Shiva also, Narad made it.
Yeah. But also, how do you say hard nuts to crack?
What?
Hard nuts to crack. Meaning even after hearing so much, right? Even then.
Into this Rahasta, then they forgot everything. Then again, Narad
Yes.
came in.
And remember, same thing with Prithu Maharaj, right?
Then that time. Yes.
Same thing with Prithu Maharaj, meaning that how this soul is so difficult to extricate him from the material clutches, right? So that's why we ended here saying that Nityam Bhagavad Sevaya. We must continually hear. Don't think that I've done Bhakti Shastri, I've done my Bhakti Vriksha program, I've done my Bhakti Vaibhav, right? This is all crash courses. Nityam Bhagavad Sevaya. Right? Because again, the soul goes to sleep. There are many people who are ready to make us fall asleep, right? In the lap of Maya. Circumstances, our own desires, our own secret desires, unfulfilled ambitions that somehow that we want to do. So in many ways we are our own enemies, right? So that's why, correct, the bell is ringing, correct, confirmed. Brother Ras Bihari is confirming, yes, true. So they are, yes, enemy. Yeah, we are our own enemy. So therefore, the gurus, the sadhus, they keep on moving, right, to remind us. Jeev jago. All right. Why are you sleeping in the lap of Maya? Wake up. Anyway, so I think that those of us who have been steady and reading from first canto till fourth canto, it's been huge, truly huge. I've never, I would say, that studied so much. How many years now? 10 years? First canto to fourth canto?
And then 2014 we started.
Okay, yeah, almost 10 years has taken us to complete 4 cantos. Alright? Now, you will find 5th canto will be very fast. 5th canto will be very fast. 6th canto also will be quite fast. 7th canto will have work to do. And then 8th canto, 9th canto will be very fast. And if you are lucky, we'll reach 10th canto. 90 chapters, 90 chapters, but there is very less purport.
It's all activities.
Very, very less purport.
But how much time do you expect to?
No time limit. in Nityam Bhagavad Sevaya.
You know, when
All
we
right.
started, you said at least 10 years. 10
Hmm.
years have already passed.
Yeah, 10 years.
तो ऑलमोस्ट माता जी 6 months नहीं रहती है, तो 10 years की जगह 5 years ही हुआ।
No.
एक महीना जाती और
Yeah.
नहीं कभी क्या प्रॉब्लम
Yeah.
क्या प्रॉब्लम
No.
2 months, 2 months.
6 months कभी नहीं होता
Yeah.
माता जी she's also
Yeah. All right. Okay. Yes.
Exactly, I don't know who exactly is Maitreya because I like belonging to somebody's son, that one, this one. Who is Maitreya?
Maitreya Rishi.
Yeah,
Ah.
his father, grandfather.
Well, we'll have to check third canto.
What can do?
Yeah, third canto. The lineage is given.
And there's a table also.
Oh.
There's a table in the
Oh.
back of the method.
Oh.
Yeah. So
12 can go.
No, third canto. Third canto.
Everywhere,
Hmm?
most of them have a table
Hmm.
over there.
Okay. Oh, so is there anything here?
I was checking for that only, but who is exactly Maitreya Rishi?
No. So here is.
I don't think it is there.
Yeah, they have removed so many pages, so many pictures and all this. Yeah.
At least those we are aware.
Somebody will like to post it. Somebody can look it, post it. Somebody can look it up and post it for us. Huh? Hmm. Yeah. Hmm? Yeah. Hmm. So anyway, definitely you'll find it from the third canto because the whole lineage comes from Lord Brahma and the different rishis also. All right. Hmm. What is it?
Yeah, so they're not giving
What's that?
He was one of the Vedic rishis and contains all the features of a
Contains of what? Features. Oh. Yeah. So that's why we're saying Lord Brahma is the source of everyone, right?
There is relevance to Mahabharata.
Yeah. Anyway, find his. Just go back to third canto, and then we'll find who he is. All right. So thank you very much. We'll meet next week.
most of the time.
Sorry.
Most of the time.
Yeah. Third canto. 2 volumes. Third canto also took huge purports, right? All right. Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna.